Cool. Now we're into knee deep into the trainings. So, you know, we talk a lot about the investment business, the apartment building business, things like that, but running it as a business. So I like definitions to get clear. Cool. So what I like, whenever I teach this stuff, like I said, whenever I do what? Teach and share with guys like you guys, I go through this as a simple definition, but the essence of all business, not just some, all, I don't care what anybody says, is to sell something for more than it cost you to create or buy it. What is that again? To sell something for more than it costs you to create or buy it. What does that mean? So my son, last year, he just now is in the 9th grade, his name's Marquise. So he watched some video on YouTube about selling candy. So there was this box of candy. It was like Snickers bars and all this other stuff in this box, and it cost $20. It was at Costco. And it has a certain amount of bars. I can't remember exactly how many it was. But he was like, Dad, could we go to the store? Could we go to Costco and I buy a couple of boxes of this? I can sell the candy at school. So I was like, yeah, sure. So let's just, for round numbers, let's say there was 20 candies in here. He sold, it was $20 for the box, 20 candies in a box, right? So it cost $20. He sold each piece of candy for $3. So he made $60, right? He went to school the next day. He took some pictures, put them on Instagram. Yo, I got candy. If you want some, hit me up. And it was simple. He got to school. He came home. Lo and behold, he paid $20 for the box. And he sold all the candy. He made $60. So he took the $20 that he bought the candy with, reinvested, bought more candy, took $40, put it in where? Hip National Bank. That's the essence of all business. Everyone tries to confuse us, but what do we say? I'm not going to teach you something you don't know. I'm going to teach you the strong basics. And there's an old saying, and you may have heard it, 20% of your efforts will give you 80% of your results. Say this with me. 20% of my efforts will give me how much? 80% of your results, right? So that's what we're going to go over. Just the 20% that matters for you to do what? Create wealth, success, get rich in your real estate business. That's all that matters to me. That should be all that matters to you. Is that what matters to you? Raise your hand. Yes. Say yes. That's what matters. Good. So the essence of your business should be to buy something first and then sell it for more than it costs you to create it, or have bought it, right? Because of real estate, right? So unless you're developing property, you're going to buy the land, develop the building, rent it all out, and eventually turn around and sell it for a profit. That's business. Or you're going to buy an existing property, buy apartment buildings the way that we teach in the Apartment Assassin program for, a discount because it's based on the income. And then we raise the value of that property. Then we turn around and we refinance it, we sell it, we pull cash out. That's how we create value. That's business for us. You get it? So, like I said, my analogy just really is just to keep it simple. From basics of all business, you buy something, you turn around and you sell it to people who want it, and you take the difference of what you paid for it and what you sold it for, and that's what you use. That's your income. Cool? So, I just wanted to make that simple. So as it relates to those things from our business, relates to running an apartment building business and all that other stuff, there's 3 key elements to any business that you need to deal with, right? There's marketing, and we're talking about this from a real estate investor standpoint, not just overall business, because I'm trying to stay relevant to you guys because I'm a real estate investor, so let's do that. So there's marketing. And for us, we're buyers. I had an argument with somebody about that the other day. We're buyers. We're not sellers. As a real estate investor, we buy shit. We make our money on the buy, on the front end, right? We know what we're doing. So, and then there's administration, right? That's like paperwork stuff I hate. And then there's like operations. Operations for this piece or your product, right? For us, it's real estate stuff, right? So, but ultimately what happens is most real estate investors spend the majority of their time in their operations. This is their product, the real estate stuff. This is like project management. You get it, PM. Project management stuff, overseeing people, running back and forth to the site, doing different stuff, running to Home Depot, all this other shit. The administration's part, right? That's the office stuff. putting data in there, making sure things are done, making sure the numbers are good, answering the phones, doing a bunch of crazy shit, dealing with some tech stuff on the computers, and all, well, that's in the operation stuff, but your admin stuff. And then there's the marketing, getting deals in the door, and then negotiating those deals and closing them, right? So if we take a look at this part, and I want you to write this down. Write down marketing and buying, administration, and operations dealing with your product, right? These are the three main parts. And I'll write this down, three mains, right? To any investing business, IB. Any investing business whatsoever, right? Any business period. But these are the three parts: marketing, administration, operations. Cool. So most broke investors spend the majority of their time here, right? So if you think about it, how much time do you actually invest in operations, looking at your product, running back and forth, going all over the place, looking at properties, doing a bunch of crazy stuff, right? How much time do you actually spend here, right? I would guess most people spend 60% of all of their time there, looking online, going to do a bunch of stuff, things like that. And then the other ones may spend what? The other 20% here, 20% their admin stuff, going back and forth, staying, all that. And then maybe another 20% on their marketing. Cool. So, and like we said, we're talking about basics. The 20% that's going to get you 80% of your results, you're going to have to turn that around. I've been guilty of this too. Like when my businesses weren't doing good, when I was frustrated, is because I was spending all of my time right here. All of my time going back and forth, talking to tenants, talking to people. That's a part of the business. I get it. You got to do that. But there's a part where you got to flip. If you want to be successful, you want to create wealth and be rich in this business as an apartment building owner, as a real estate investor that's actually creating and building wealth and trying to make millions of dollars, you ain't going to get it right here. I don't give a shit who you are or how good you are at it, right? This is not a waste of time, but this isn't how rich real estate investors, people who are crazy successful at building a multi-million-dollar business, they don't spend all their time here. They spend some time here. So, honestly, keep your honesty. How much time do you allocate towards these things? Operations, administration, marketing, and actually talking to sellers or talking to brokers. How much time do you actually spend there? If you're like most real estate investors, you went to every seminar, you bought all the books, you went to the webinars, you've done all this stuff, you got free trainings, you probably hired coaches, you've done all this stuff. A lot of it is involved with your research. They're always like, yeah, you got to research, you got to do the market, you got to do this stuff. And I'm going to go over a bonus for you guys. This is my strategy that goes away a little bit from research. But I can promise you, you've been taught to spend the majority of your time researching, analyzing, preparing. And there's a principle called ready, fire, aim. I want you to start living by that principle. Get ready, see what you need, shoot, reset as an aim, and then refire again. You have to ready, fire, aim. Ready, fire, every time. And if you're in the ready, fire, aim, because let me explain to you why I'm saying that. The only time you ever make any money in business, any business, is all of your focus would go in your marketing and buying stuff. And if you're selling something, actually be in sales, right? But every bit of your energy needs to go to the top piece of this. If you're going to be rich and create wealth, and we're talking about creating wealth in the business now. We're not talking about making you look good and feel good like you're on the ground and you're touching everything. You can see it, smell it, touch it. We're talking about building wealth in your real estate business, in your apartment building business, all right? So, and I did this, man. I screwed up this shit big time. So, but when I got clear on what my job was, and I want you to write this down. There's a reason why we went through all this. You're going to spend 70% of your time marketing and talking to sellers as a buyer and negotiating and taking down deals. You're going to spend what, 15% of your time administration stuff. And I know you're like, oh my God, what if someone calls? They'll be fine. Deal with it. And only 15% of your time researching. Does that spell research? Research. My spell check on the whiteboard ain't working. Researching. If you have deals, you're going to only spend 15% of your time projecting. You aren't going to go nuts spending all of your time on the site if you have a project already. You aren't going to go nuts on the computer researching LoopNet and all this other stuff that everyone tells you to be able to do, and all the emerging markets and markets in Millichap and all that matters. I get it. But only 15% of your time, because where does all of your money get made? Right here. Doesn't matter. None of this makes you any money. None of this makes you any money. Is it important? Yes. Is it important? Yes. Is this important? Yes. But it doesn't make you any money. So if you're looking to create wealth and become successful in this business as an apartment building owner, running a business to create wealth for that purpose, for that very clear intention, in order for you to succeed, you have to put 70% of all of your time, all of your money, all of your resources, all of your team, all of your people into this one thing. So people are like, oh, well, when do I hire somebody? Well, if the essence of business in this business is to make money, then you hire somebody because they're going to make you more money, not cost you money. So that means that person needs to be great at marketing, great at negotiations, and or great at raising money for you, because those are the only times that you are able to make money in this business and create the wealth that you want. You will be broke as a real estate investor if you focus on anything other than this. And 4 or 5 years will go by and you will not have bought anything. Dicking around with operations, project management, or doing research on new markets without actually dropping a line in the ocean and fishing a fish out. It just doesn't work. So from now on, this is the new model for you. You're going to spend 70% of your time in marketing and speaking to sellers and putting out deals or trying to gain deals, buy deals, whatever it is that you're going to be doing. And also you're going to be marketing to get money. You're going to be marketing to get properties. Those are your two main components of doing this business, because you need money to buy sometimes, and you need businesses, or you need buildings, to buy them, to grow your business. That is the way that this works. No matter, I don't give a shit what guru told you different. I'm not a guru. I'm a guy who does this business and operates in the real world, and I want you to have success in the real world. I want you to have success where? In the real world, exactly. So, what are you going to focus on? Say it with me. 1, marketing and buying deals, right? Marketing for what? Deals and money, period. That's your job. As a real estate investor, building a successful business, that is your number one responsibility. 70% of your time is going to go there. Next, what's this next part called? What? Say it. Administration. How much of your time is going to go there? 15%. That's it. 15% of your time, 15% of your money, 15% of your energy. That's all. No more. Last but not least, operations. 15% of your time, say it. Say operations. Say 15% of my time is going to go to operations. Other than that, you are going to focus the majority of your time, money, energy, and resources into marketing to find deals and marketing to find capital, like money for you to buy, whether it's private investors, financing, crazy investing, creative stuff, whatever the case may be, and also marketing to actually talk to sellers. You must be being a buyer. You need to be a stone cold buyer. Every time a deal floats across your desk that fits your strategy, you need to be buying it, period. Okay? Cool. So this piece, the 3 main components of business, the essence of all business is to do what? To sell something for more than it costs you to buy. In this instance, to buy something and eventually have it on your books to be able to create those 3 levels of income: working income, passive and or passive income or cash flow, right? And then building the value up in each building that you buy or real estate piece that you buy, whatever that is. This is how we go about getting those things done. Simply, guys, it is how you spend your time. That's going to decide whether you have strong basics or shaky advanced moves. That is the difference between an unsuccessful real estate investor that's broke or a successful real estate investor that creates wealth and becomes rich and hits his marks every freaking time. Is that going to be you? Cool. So what are the 3 pieces? Marketing, administration, operations. Those are your 3 pieces. Write those down. And then I want you to write down the 70% in marketing and buying. 15% of your time is going to go to administration, and 15% is in operation. Why is this important? Because you cannot build wealth if you're dicking around in places that don't make you money, period. The essence of your business is to make money. I want to make sure that we're all clear on that. It's not to be friends and look cool at parties. While you will be cool, I expect you to be cool. I want you to succeed, right? I failed here. I spent all of my time in administration and operations, and then I had properties and I didn't continue to grow. And before you know it, when we sold our buildings, I was back to hustling and scrambling and jumping to the competitive game to try to get more deals. I don't want that for you guys. I don't, right? This is why I'm doing this, because I want to save you from the headache and the embarrassment and the frustration that I went through when I had nothing left, all right? This is how this game works. This is how I want you to play this game. This is a multi-million-dollar business secret as it relates to running and playing the apartment building business game. Some people will tell you something else, man. I'm telling you exactly the shit that works so you can actually get success from this training. You don't even have to buy anything else. If you just do this one thing alone, you will be 100 times more successful than had you had not. All right? And I want to promise you that. I want to let you know that I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Do this. I wish somebody had told this to me early. All right. Next video, we're going to get it in.